Alright, welcome back to Cricket for Americans. Nick here, and I'm going to be talking about today's big match in the Asia Cup, India-Pakistan Part 2. And technically, this is the first in the Final Four tournament, if you will. You have India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Afghanistan, left here, A1, B1, A2, B2. And this is the last time India-Pakistan will face each other unless they're both in the finals. And I'm not exactly sure how the whole thing works, but I'm pretty sure the top two teams of these Final Four, at the end of them playing each other at least once, will play again in the final next Sunday, September 11th. Should be a great time. I think most of us are assuming it's going to be India-Pakistan again, but Afghanistan's a very strong team, and Sri Lanka is looking to be maybe that sleeper team that you don't want to fall asleep on. So, with this match today, technically being, I think, the first of the Final Four series and all that kind of stuff, this match, or maybe it was yesterday, this match today was a big match. India beat Pakistan last week. Pakistan beat India in the World Cup tournament. And so India's feeling better about themselves. They got one win against Pakistan. I've been saying it for the last few tournaments, whether it's World Cups or whatnot. Pakistan is a very strong side. They make me nervous. They proved it in the World Cup against India. And India barely won the last match in the final over here. And again today, I think it was the same ball, too, that they were able to chase, that Pakistan was able to chase this time. Pakistan was able to chase and finish the win. The difference is the score was much higher this one than the previous one, the first one. But Pakistan wins this match. And if you're a Pakistan fan, you've got to be super excited about that, because even if you didn't think beforehand, now you've got to know we can win this. We can win the entire thing. And imagine how that would put us a little more on the map to be taken a little more seriously with the other teams in T20, because everyone assumes India is a powerhouse, which in a lot of ways they are. But they struggle against this team, against Pakistan, because Pakistan is a team to be reckoned with. I truly believe that. So we have India scored 181 with 7 wickets lost. Pakistan 182 in 19.5, the second to last ball. They were able to chase it with the 2 runs they needed. In the third to last ball, you had a wicket taken. Arshdeep Singh is bowling in the death there, gets a wicket on the 4th ball of the 20th over, and it's a situation where it's 2 runs on 2 balls going into the over. They needed 7 runs on 6 balls, which you liked Pakistan's chances. Arshdeep Singh did a great job. It was that boundary that really killed him in this over to get Pakistan really close. Got the wicket, the LBW, and then the very next ball, 2 runs, Pakistan wins it. And I'm happy for Pakistan and their fans, the viewers of CFA Nation. But I'm not going to lie, I was hoping India would be able to win this one, because more than likely we're assuming they're going to face each other again. That'd be 3 Sundays in a row when we don't get a bilateral series, which we should. I'm just saying, we should get that. We don't. So this is basically that bilateral series. And without, putting the cart before the horse, wherever that phrase is, the cart before the horse, it's the matchup I want to see next week. I really, really do, because these matches have been fantastic. A lot to unpack here. You had Mohammad Nawaz as the man of the match. He basically did what Hardik Pandya did the week before. Didn't get as many wickets. He got himself 1 wicket, but he had the lowest economy rate as far as the bowlers are concerned. And then he also put in work with the bat. 42 runs on 20 balls, and he was essential in that chase, because I'm going to skip right to the chase part and I'll go backwards. The chase for Pakistan started off very interesting. It was like only 10 runs in the first 2 overs. India had a very strong power play themselves for Pakistan's power play. You had, once again, Babar Azam. He goes down the 4th over, okay? Doesn't score too much, 14 runs on 10 balls. I mean, that's still a high strike rate for just those 10 balls. But they're able to get him out early. And then it was the Rizwan show. Okay, Mohammad Rizwan could have easily been man of the match if he was bowling as well, if he was getting wickets as well. But 71 runs on 51 balls. If you're going to beat Pakistan, you've got to get out Rizwan and Azam early. Early. It's amazing that they were able to get Babar Azam out twice without scoring too many runs, because I'm looking back year after year. It seems like he's always ranked number 1 or 2 in the world ICC rankings with T20. This guy is that good, and they were able to neutralize him twice for the most part. Didn't matter, because Pakistan had the reinforcements. You had a certain part with the partnership between, Zaman goes down a little early, but the partnership between Rizwan and Nawaz was very, very strong. They were there for a long time, great partnership. And then you lose Rizwan's wicket, you take that wicket, and then you take Nawaz's wicket. And now you have two new batters in Shah and Asif Ali. And I want to say, Ajam, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Asif Ali was a guy you were very upset being in the World Cup roster. He hooked you up here for, 16 runs on eight balls. Not too bad. It's 200 strike rate before he got LBW'd by Singh. They came in like the 18th over, I believe it was, 17th, 18th over, and going into that power play, they needed 48 runs on the final 5 overs, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, India's got a chance, but they need some bowling. They got the bowling. Bhuvi got a huge wicket, and Hardik Pandya back-to-back wickets in overs. Those were huge wickets, and you were really able to take control of that death right there. A few overs left. They needed more runs than you're comfortable with. It's looking good. And then Bhuvi comes out for his last over, and unfortunately, as strong as Bhuvi's been, as big as he's been, gave up 19 runs in that 19th over. That, in my opinion, really helped ease the tension for the Pakistan batters. Were able to cruise onto that win. That was a disastrous over because you had other overs where they weren't giving up too many runs, they weren't scoring too many runs. That one, two newly unsettled batters are able to take it home and win the match. That was the biggest difference for me. If you want to go back just a little bit before Bhuvi's over, in the 18th over, I believe it was, you had that huge drop catch by Arshdeep Singh, a sitter. On Cricket Buzz, they call it the undroppable drop. Okay? It's right there. He was settled underneath it. Somehow it goes through his hands. That was a disastrous drop. It was more than likely probably the match. And it's frustrating in that kind of sense, but it is what it is. Those things happen. You got to bounce back. You got to move on. And Pakistan did that. They were able to control themselves, control emotions. They were able to focus, and they were able to get the job done. Going to India's bowling. India's bowling was okay. Shahal, once again, was a little expensive, and we got to go back to subscribing to Gabe's theory about Shahal and the UAE is not really a good match for Shahal. He gives up 43 runs, but it wasn't the most runs. Hardik Pandya, unfortunately, was not the same Hardik Pandya from the first match between these two teams. I think he got out for a duck, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no runs on 2 balls, and he gave up the most runs of any of the bowlers with 44. India had 3. I'm sorry, Shah had 40, gave up 45. India had 3 bowlers that gave up 40 runs or more, and just a little too much runs. Okay, India goes up with a 180 score. You feel very confident, very comfortable with that. And I mean, this isn't at Sharjah, for crying out loud, is it? No, it's in Dubai. So we've seen runs being scored in this stadium before, but you get 180 runs. You feel good about that. Your bowling needs to come in and shut the door. And they got big wickets with 8 of them several times, but it just still wasn't enough. Pakistan just had too much right there. The Bishnoi bowled great, lowest economy rate, and Arshdeep Singh, pace bowler, comes in the 20th over, does a very admirable job. He was only allowed to give up 7 runs. He gave up those 7 runs, but he still had 1 more ball to go. If they needed 10 runs, it would have been very, very interesting. 10 runs on 6 balls. He could have possibly kept them under for that win. So he did a very nice job. 27 runs, economy rate of just 7. He did a fantastic job for still a younger international player. As far as India's innings went, it wasn't disastrous. It wasn't absolutely disastrous. You had 28 by both the openers. Strike rates both over 140 or more, at 140 or more. Rohit Sharma has not really done a lot in this tournament, in my opinion, as being that opener. I'm not sure if he's feeling pressure as a batter. I'm not sure what it is. But he had a decent strike rate here. I say if you're going to go down, even if you don't want your openers to go down, Rahul didn't lose his till right outside the power play. By the time he loses his wicket, the first ball, the 6th over, they already got 62 runs. Big power play for crying out loud. But the story, once again, of this match was Virat Kohli. Once again, we said in the last one, the comeback tour continues. And it continues to continue. 60 runs, 44 balls, strike rate at 136. He was able to calm things down when both the openers go out just outside the power play. And he was able to hold on to that wicket until the very end of the match. The very, very end of the match. The third to last ball is when he lost that wicket by a run out, by the way. There's no Rouhani here to blame this time. Sky was not able to do Sky stuff. That was really disappointing, unfortunately. Pont was not able to do Pont stuff. Both got caught by Asif Ali, bowled out by Nawaz and Khan, respectively. And then Hardik Pandya, like I mentioned, got that duck. Deepak Huda. Deepak Huda, Pont, Sky, Hardik Pandya. I got those 4 guys who are coming in as early as the 10th over. I feel really good about my chances. They already scored 180. That's great. Big power play helped them out a lot. I feel really good about my chances, and none of those guys were able to deliver to where they should be able to deliver. Obviously, Virat Kohli was fantastic once again. 3 straight matches, just saying he had the highest score for India or tied for the highest score. Now in 3 matches, each match of this tournament. I really like his comeback tour. It's making me very, very happy, even in a loss. As far as bowling, Shadab Khan, this young kid is absolutely phenomenal. Once again, a low economy rate, gets 2 wickets, gets some huge wickets. Okay, he takes Pont's wicket and he takes KL Rahul's wicket. Huge wickets, low economy rate. I'm really, really impressed. Khan either loves UAE or he's really good at cricket. I think it's the latter. And then you had admirable bowling from everyone else. Everyone got a wicket. You get a wicket. We get a wicket. Everyone got a wicket for Pakistan. 6 wides by Harris Rauf. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but he still was able to stay under that 40 mark. So Pakistan just played better. It's as simple as that. Played better than India. They deserved this win. They had that steel face. They had that steel look. They had the medal needed, and they were able to get the job done. And you got to applaud them because they were the better team right here. And Crick Buzz said it best where they said, This matchup between these 2 teams is building a lot of hype, and it has nothing to do with the nonsense outside. It's all about the cricket. The cricket is fantastic. We need a bilateral series. I'm hoping that with this going on right here, with this Asia Cup, and with the excitement and the great cricket being played between these 2 teams, I'm hoping whoever's in charge of this, I'm not even going to say who, but whoever's in charge of this needs to wake up, move on with the times, and we need to have bilateral series again with these 2 teams because it's just too much fun. It's too fantastic, and it should mean something greater than just an Asia Cup. That's just my opinion. Those are my 2 cents. Let me know what you think about anything I said about this match. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for always watching our recaps. We really appreciate it. We have so many amazing, loyal viewers who we appreciate like no other. Thank you so much. And with all that being said, until next time, adios.